Virgo, Happy New Year. Welcome to my channel. I'm Iris Siriani and I'm here to do your January 2019 love guidance reading. So I read my cards intuitively so that I can deliver to you messages that are for your highest good. But not all messages are going to resonate with everyone. So if you would like a private reading with me, feel free to look in the video description below to find out information about how you can do a private reading with me. So let's get started on your reading. So when I do my readings, I start with one card of the overall energy for January, and for that I am using Call It Baron Reads Wisdom of the Oracle. And so I've meditated on these cards and shuffled them really well, and the card that fell out for you are building blocks. And this is a wonderful card with beautiful energy for you, because building blocks is all about building a strong foundation for the future. So if you have been, if you have left a relationship, you're probably starting all over and you're trying to build some new, a new foundation to build upon. If you're single and you have been looking for love, you probably have been building a foundation for a long time. And this one here, you know, depending on how the cards fall out in your reading, I really am getting a feeling that you're building your blocks in a new way is what I'm hearing. You're building blocks in a new way, and you've laid or are laying a new foundation, and you might even be kicking some blocks off that just weren't working for you and replacing them with new building blocks. So that's really exciting. I'm really excited to hear that for you. So the next deck of cards are Doreen Virtue's Fairy Tarot, and I use them in all my readings. They're beautiful cards. And the way I lay them down is I pick 3 cards, or allow 3 cards to pop out that are reflective of your energy, of where you have been. So things that you've experienced, basically your past. I don't like to dwell in the past, but it's nice to see where you've come from and as you move forward. And so the first card that came up for you in your past is life experience. And this is about life experience. And here are the other, we've got a few here. Let me see what we got here. 1, 2. Okay. So we've got, we've got 3 in your past position. So let me just lay them all down here and get a sense of, okay. All right. So what I'm sensing for you, dear Virgo, is that you were holding on to some old belief systems that have created your life experience, and you kind of, you know, want to walk up the stairs and out that door and to have new experiences, but it's about letting go of some old belief systems that you have, and you may have even had a life-changing experience recently. And what is coming up as well is this 4 of Autumn. And, you know, have you ever seen that picture where there's a little kitten, but when he looks in the mirror, he sees a reflection of a great big lion? That's what this card reminds me of, because here is this beautiful woman, and you know, she's dressed in beautiful clothing, and she has this air of confidence around her that perhaps other people see that maybe she doesn't see herself, because in her reflection she sees, you know, a pauper, somebody not as accomplished perhaps, or not seeing herself in the same way as what other people see her. And this can be due, and likely is due, to the life events and the experiences that you have, and maybe has, you know, kicked down your self-esteem and self-confidence in a way, and now you have been left looking at, like, you know, questioning yourself and wondering about the possibilities, and knowing that you want more, but, you know, doubting whether you can have more, right? And this last card here, 8 of Autumn, talks about it's a creation card. It's about, what is it that you want, who do you want to be, and what do you want to do in your life? And, you know, whatever it is that you want to do in your life, if you're wondering how to accomplish it, whether you think perhaps you don't have the skills to do it, or you don't think you're good enough, or you don't think you're, you know, have enough knowledge, or whatever that is, like, take your time. There is no rush, and take your time and get your ducks in a row, right? And maybe you're even mentoring somebody else through a difficult process, but there's a lot of success to be had in here. And the other card that came out was the Prince of Winter, and this is talking about, you know, determination, and, you know, getting on that horse and flying and doing it fearlessly. You know, what's really interesting here is that all of these cards are in the past position with this add-on, and it's all, you know, at the top with your building blocks. So it looks to me, it sounds to me, it seems to me that you are building something here. So something has happened, and you have an inclination that you want to create something different for yourself, but you're left wondering, how are you going to do this? Do you have all the resources? Do you have everything that you need right now to walk through this door and create new life experiences? But I think that there are some limiting beliefs and a belief system that you need to have a look at, because when you are looking in the mirror at yourself, you're not seeing your full potential. So if we're talking about love here, you know, maybe you have met somebody that wants to walk you through that door, but you're not seeing yourself perhaps as worthy enough of walking through that door and having those new life experiences. Yeah, but you're also in the process of building a new solid foundation for yourself. So I think that your stories and your beliefs and the judgments that you have about yourself have been weighing you down and preventing you from really fully stepping into whatever it is that has shown up or is starting to show up in your life. But have no fear, because the winds of change are on you. I feel that for you as you're doing the building blocks. And I just keep on looking at this, because even look at this here. This woman here, she's looking out into the future, and she's looking out there with possibilities. You know, she's building something. You're starting to build something new here in January that's going to lead you to some really great things. Yeah, I think you have to believe in yourself and see yourself in a different way. So the next set of 3 that are coming out here is your current situation. And for your current situation, I pulled, oh, there's the last card. Oh, okay. So I pulled the 8 of Spring, which is about multitasking. So many balls in the air, so much responsibility, and the way that you are balancing and juggling everything. And it seems to me that you want to tap into inevitably your own inner wisdom, but there's somebody around you that has the wisdom and insight for the questions that you have. And this last card, the Justice card, justice is going to work out in your favor. So there is something that has been out of balance for you for a while, and it is causing a lot of stress and strain for you and causing you to hold a lot of balls in the air. And it's getting heavy and it's getting tiring. But I think, you know, to me, it almost seems like a legal thing. And so that's why this King of Winter with the wisdom, you know, with age comes wisdom, and owls are all about wisdom. So maybe there's somebody in your life right now that you go to who has wisdom and insight and knowledge that is going to help you, because there is justice coming. There is going to be balance in all of those balls that you have in the air, and that, you know, you having to bear the burden of responsibility and juggling so many things all at once. So there is justice coming for you. But I think that this person here is key. So if you don't know this person yet, this might be your clue to go ahead and seek out the wisdom of somebody else that you trust, to give you the information that you need so that you can go on towards to have this justice and rebalance. And you know what? Life is all about rebalancing. It really is. So when things go off kilter and you end up heading down, you know, find yourself in a position where you've got all of these things that are mounting and that you are having to be responsible for, you know, eventually things will start to fall down, and they fall down so that they can right themselves. And there is that natural flow and balance in all of life. So the last row of 3 that I focus on is the guidance for moving forward and things that you can do today that will help your tomorrow. So if your current situation is you've got all of these balls in the air, and you know you're looking to tap into that inner wisdom and inner guidance to find that justice and balance, your final, and the 3 of them came out very quickly for you. So what came out for you is this 6 of Winter. So this is stepping out of the darkness here and moving into the light. And basically, this is you lighting your own path. You do ultimately whatever this situation is that you got going, you have this is inner wisdom and inner knowing. You ultimately know what is best and right and just for you. And by following your own inner wisdom, you are lighting the way to a brighter future. But you know what? You have the support of other people around you, and it's okay to reach out for support and advice. But you know, when you're listening to other people's advice, just know that you can listen to them, but be discerning about the decisions you make based on their advice, because they're giving you advice based on their own experiences and from their point of view. So they're offering you their inner wisdom, but it might not be the best wisdom for you. But know that there are people around you who love and support you and are there to help you through this. And this is really powerful, this Magician here. So whatever it is that you are building here, whatever it is that you are trying to bring justice to and bring balance to, so that you don't have so many things on your plate and so many things to manage and multitask and do, just know that once you put your sword in the ground, you start opening up the path to create magic in your life. And so overall, I'm getting a sense in this reading, Virgo, for January, that you are building a new foundation for yourself. For some of you, I think that you have met somebody, but there's a certain level of fear about moving into or moving too quickly into this relationship because of how you see yourself as being worthy of this other person. And for some of you, I think this may have to do with either an ended relationship where you have been saddled with, where you have been saddled with a lot of responsibility, and there's just an imbalance in how things are going in terms of the separation. And in either case, what the guidance for you is that positive changes are on their way to you, and that you light the way for your own travels, right? So it's the end of the troubled times, and that you light the way. And when you put your sword in the ground and mark this, these are the boundaries. This is where I end and you begin, or vice versa. These are my boundaries. And just to tap into the people that are around you, and